Bill, it's obviously been a unique year for you and the athletics department at UND and for ADs around the country. How have you and your team handled the uniqueness of this 2020-2021 calendar year?
Yeah, it has been challenging, Alex, for sure. I think the one thing that we've been steadfast with is how can we play competitions? And that was really something that we had hoped, at some stage of the game, we were able to do that. And, ever since March to when we finally were able to play, our first games here a couple of months ago, or maybe about a month and a half ago, that's what we were working on, because we knew, we've taken kind of the metaphorical temperature of our teams, and at the end of the day, they want to play, they want to compete. And so we're trying to provide that opportunity, as bumpy as it could be.
As you look back now on what you've had to overcome since last March, are you impressed with how much you've been able to accomplish, how many competitions you've been able to get in, and that morale is still as high as it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with our students, right? Like they've been committed to wanting to play, and then our coaches have done a great job, and our staff. We've learned a lot. I mean, I hope to learn every day, but I feel like I know more about infectious diseases than I think I ever would have imagined I would have known. And I'm using terms that I didn't think I would ever be using, and in doing it in a way that is just almost second hand in nature right now. So, we still got a little ways to go, right? I mean, we're lucky about what's transpired with the vaccine. Obviously, record speed to be able to get the vaccinations out and about, but really the next few months are still going to be challenging, and we understand that. And it's important for us to mitigate as much as we can as far as the virus is concerned, because of course it's still spreads very easily.
Getting those competitions back online has been big. Getting fans back on campus to see these student athletes play has been big as well. Talk about how that process has gone for UND now that the Betty and soon to be the Ralph will open up its doors to fans.
Yeah, kudos to Jody Hodgson and our staff, who's done tireless work on trying to figure out, how to do it safely, again, socially distancing. We have to make sure that we abide by, what the state will allow us. But even more so than that, we want to be as safe as possible and make sure that there can be distancing within our venues. And that's why you'll see, even in the Betty right now, given some of the NCAA's, I would say, protocols in regards to playing basketball and volleyball, you'll see that we can't even go to the number that you can, because we need to make sure that we distance appropriately. And so we're being really thoughtful in that regard. We have a Grand Forks group, Alex, that meets every week, and that'll entail our Alara Center as well, in our friends with Spectra. So at the end of the day, we're trying to do all that's well, so that when fans do come through the front door, it feels similar venue to venue.
When you look ahead, do you feel optimism that when we get to the fall of 2021, things might look a little more like normal, or is it still a little bit too early to tell, Bill?
So I'm just going to go into my crystal ball. I take my cues from Dr. Fauci, and it sounds like Dr. Fauci is optimistic about September. And I know this, having followed him, let's just say since March, he's not going to overpromise anything. I think he's going to try to over deliver. So I'm cautiously optimistic by maybe even the summer we'll be in better shape, which would really be awesome for us all, so that 21-22 might look a little bit more like maybe what we've been used to.